So I don't know, I just have to kind of look every day at like, how am I feeling? What can I do to feel better if I can? Like drinking a lot of water, taking my vitamins, make sure that I got enough sleep, make sure I'm trying to move around, make sure I'm eating enough, things like that. And then I'll just see what I'm like, what my mental capacity is as far as looking at the situation. And I think what I'm gonna do is, sounds weird, but this stack of paperwork, it's like I have like a repulsion to going through all of it, because it feels like going in circles, because you just run into these constant dead ends, and that's how it feels. So I'm going to I made some more coffee while I went just down the block, and so I'm gonna drink that. And usually a little caffeine will help my headache if I have, like today, a really bad headache. I'm going to, I have in one of my dresser drawers is just dedicated to like keeping track of important paperwork. So I'll just pull those stack of like 3 file folders out and just kind of go through and just see like, what can I do? Like what, if anything, you know. I'm meeting with my therapist tomorrow, and I also saw that I got an email from the caseworker from a nonprofit and it's like a, how do I say it? Like SW, I don't know what else to say. If you don't know what that is, look it up. Kind of like survivor nonprofit for people whose lives have been like torn apart from, not to demonize the industry at all, but you know, people go through bad experiences with it. And so yeah, I'm working with a nonprofit that's really trying to help me get they're giving me, you know, free access to a good therapist that I really like, that I talk to once a week, and then a caseworker that will talk to me about my goals and how can she help and what can we do and stuff like that. And it's like I start to feel ashamed of, like, when they say, okay, do you have anything new to share about how things are going? And it's like, the last week I've been, for example, not really able to get forward in anything, and it's just this like shame that comes with like feeling like I have to explain myself when they just want to help, and then I feel bad that I'm not showing up for the help that I'm lucky to have access to. And it's just hard to navigate, but I'm getting better. Like, I see this right now, like me actually thinking about it when I don't feel that great is progress. A lot of times, most times, honestly, I start to get panicky and like just reminded that like my efforts that take so much of like the precious little energy I have are futile. It just, I can't help but feel that way with all of these hoops, you know, they want you to jump through to get help. And yeah, I'm just trying to not like crumble every day, because I need to help my family, and I can't give up, you know. I need to get to a better place, both mentally, physically, and literally. So yeah, today, as I say it, I think what I feel capable of doing is just going over my paperwork and just see if there's anything I can do, anything I can look up, any resources I can call. And I'll work on that in a little bit, but I just wanted to talk the way I did yesterday because it just felt so therapeutic. Even though I didn't like wake up to someone like provoking me until I had a like panic attack, but things are still on my mind, you know. And something I did yesterday that I thought was really interesting was I'm taking this online course for somatic wellness, somatic healing, and there's like different courses like meditation, like healing your energy through talking someone through a guided meditation, or talking someone through like a certain, I can't stop looking at my forehead, oh my god, getting old is a trip. Anyway, what was I saying? My mind is just so foggy. Oh, right. I'm talking about my online class that I'm taking. It's just a self-paced like online course. It's not like I'm really in online school, but I'm doing something, and I feel like self-paced and whatever is working for me right now, because if I don't feel good for a week, it's like I can just pick it up when I pick it up. But I do, like, I'm not going to get anywhere if I just like crumble for like a whole month every time any progress starts to show up in my life. But basically, one of the exercises the class suggests is there's meditation and breathing exercises that I was doing and I haven't done until a couple days ago. Pretty much a month went by where I just like I couldn't face like my own thoughts, which is not a good sign in my opinion. But there was an exercise to take one day and every 30 minutes log how you spent your time, and after a day look at it and look at where in your day are you doing things that are draining your energy, and where are you doing things that sustain your energy or give you energy or are healing to you, to take a look at like reasons why you might get overwhelmed a lot or be really tired, things like that, just protecting your energy. And my laptop is broken and I like to put on podcasts, and I was watching a lot of like true crime and like conspiracy theory. I like the goofy conspiracy theories, but sometimes they get like pretty weird, pretty out there. And when you're like struggling mentally and you're already like separated from society, like watching a lot of stuff like that about how society is all constructed in this evil plan, and it's not a really healthy road to go down. So I did yesterday where I logged how I spent my time every 30 minutes, and because I didn't have my computer or like a TV to just put some like background noise on for most of the day, I was pretty happy with how I spent my time. I just did a lot of meditation and journaling, and that's not all I did, but there wasn't like time escaped to negativity the way it normally would have been, probably with my computer. And when I was doing things on my phone, I was like looking up videos that were motivational or listening to music, and I did a little bit of like stretching and things like that, playing music on my phone. And I was reading, which is something I haven't really done like for fun, just reading fiction in a while. And also I have like a study buddy for like Spanish, and so during the day I like to take some time to like practice what we went over so I can help like retain what I'm practicing and learning. So I'm pretty happy with how yesterday went, despite other things that I already talked about, and I'm trying to push past. But yeah, my headache actually feels a lot better. It just feels like really, really stiff right here, and then there's a point here, like I said, where it's almost like one piece of like fascia or something. Maybe I slept on it wrong. I don't know. I also, that was cute. I had to, it's kind of going all the way down the side of my back to like from here down to like the back of my shoulder. But I mean, like right now I'm like hunched over because I'm not in a chair. I'm sitting on my bed. So yeah, I probably need to work on my posture. And I also, just from being so inactive for so long, I probably have like literal muscle atrophy where my like core strength and certain muscles are not being used the way a normal functioning body would regularly use, you know, their muscles and stuff and endurance. And so I really need to work on like building that up, because that could be causing all kinds of problems. If I had a doctor, you know, hopefully soon I will, that I'm comfortable talking to these things about, then that'll be great. I look forward to that. See how I'm trying to reframe my thinking and talking, because it just makes it that much harder when I'm reveling in how hard and frustrating it is, because yeah, it is. So it's like, so then what are you going to do about it? And what you focus on, you get more of. So if I'm always focused on how pointless and difficult and confusing and overwhelming it feels, then the universe will be sure to reinforce that association. So I look forward to finding a doctor that I can have a conversation with about these things in a way where I feel listened to and who believes what I have to say. And I just look forward to that. And for now, I'm just going to do what I'm capable of doing, what I have the capacity to do physically and mentally. Let's see. I'm trying to think of something. Going on a little walk basically is a good example of like a task, a small task that you can make a small tiny goal and then reward yourself and celebrate yourself for. So I'm just going to decide what the next one is, and keep that momentum going, because I know that that is a tool people use when they're really trying to improve their mental state. So I went on a walk, so yay me. I am about to pull out, no, I can't pull out the paperwork yet. I feel like I'm gonna spiral. Maybe I should read a little bit, meditate. Maybe I'll meditate and get like the right mindset, and then work on handling things and preparing for what I'm going to discuss with my therapist and caseworker tomorrow. I think I'll meditate and then like journal about that, and then get to the paperwork of insurance, disability, trying to find a doctor, all that stuff.